I don't think I mentioned here, but I did mention Bendigo in Australia, the large stupa they were building, similar, same size as in Tibet, Jiangze, which is a copy from the Chozo Tongpa Gyalpo, the great yogi, who built so many bridges, iron bridges in Tibet, in Bhutan, so many, and the boats, in Tibet, the animal skin boats, and so many bodhisattvas. Then building many temples, many monasteries, with so many like that. So social service on the public, it's a benefit sentient beings. So which takes without the bridge, then you have to go around the legs. So it takes a long time to reach the place where you want to go. So by making bridges, then arrives a very short time. So kind of like that. So I got by going to Bhutan, I got 2 pieces of iron, the this Kriya Yogi Tangdong Jabu used to make iron bridge. So I got 2 pieces. That's the last one. He gave to other lamas. So the husband, Buddhist businessman who married to the Tibetan lady whom a young time I mentioned, she's my mother in Tibet. So she, in that home, there's no man, only women. The man in the house. So the old woman has real voice. So she dresses up man, and she hangs a short knife here at the hang. That is known Tibetan man. Women don't wear knives. This much knives hang here. It's common. It's very common. Then goes with other men, fill up trucks and go to Lhasa for business, and act as a man, walk as a man. Then I heard from my teacher, who led me to become a monk in the Tibet, Geshe's monastery, told me also the cows are female. For the in the family, even the cows are female. And she met this after, I think we escaped through Bhutan to India. So I think she met this Buddhist man doing much words. She was not a husband afterwards. One of that. So she's asked her to be to my mother. My mother was a Surakumbu, my border was where this border came from there. So yeah. So every month we go to puja for her family, and so later she escaped from Patri, where I was 3 years, do go for puja every day to the family. It's all set up. So we were staying, we were living in the temple that belonged to Geshe, which is a monastery. So my teacher was there for 3 years. So except one day, empty, free, very strange day, a lot of sort of time to spend. And so New Year time, the 2 or 3 days, I'm not sure, empty days, but otherwise full. So she met this husband in Bhutan, and then he asked him to be his wife, and then she thought, if he takes care of good, if he takes care of good to her, then she will stay. If not, then she will go to India. That's what she planned. But she was, it seems she was just taken good by him. So she had many, 2 sons and 1 son or 2 sons. But many girls, they were educated in Kangpung in the Christian school, the very good Christian school and good English and all that. Yeah, 2 of them, 2 girls become Soja Rinpoche's Soja Rinpoche from France. There's 1 Soja Rinpoche from Tibet, Jigme Phunzong Rinpoche, who had probably largest number of monks or nuns. I think China, Tibet was there. I don't know what's called name there. Huh? You went there? Yeah, so largest number, I think that's Sarakadan Dribung. I think largest, then one of those colleges, I think it's the largest number of monks. And then, so, that's so Rinpoche. He passed for a long time ago. He always carries one dog in the pocket. So he had a picture with his son Jalama with a dog in the pocket. Dog is facing. Dog has facing out. Yeah, one thing when you see his son, see the dog. I think he was requested to give teaching Sarakadan monastery by his son. So he taught so much philosophy, Madhamika monk said. He taught very much philosophy. Yeah, very monk said. So he at that time, even teaching that he had dog, small puppy inside the pocket, the head is outside. Sometimes then must be. Well, we see dog, but we don't know who he is. So yeah. What do I say? Yeah. So what's that? Yeah. So then one girl is looking after their parents in Bhutan, but would speak English, but they went to Kalimpong, speaks well English. Sort of them sort of follow me to the advice, but she has already one abbot who's running the museum in Bhutan, Patrol. So because she's Bhutan, so you know it takes a long time. So she already received teachings from him preliminary. So that. Then there's one girl. So until I went to Japan, she didn't follow anybody. So it's all individual karma. You can see the individual karma. So when I went to Japan, she came to the airport, and then she drew Amitabha initiation. Then she was doing succession of 6 times in the morning. So you see, supposed to be tea in the morning and tea at night time, but you see, she means she didn't get a clear information, so she did 6 times in the morning. So it takes 3 hours or something, 4 hours or something. But she says she enjoyed very much. During the 6 sessions, and even 6 times in the morning. Anyways, then then became like that. So she was able to come with his honest learning teachings. I think maybe except one missing, maybe came most. So it was very good, very fortunate. The others didn't get to come for all the teachings. So like that. So one family, but each person has a karma. So like that. It's because so that. So I go to 2 pieces, 1 piece. You see that's which the yogi Tripta would use this. So you don't need consecration for that. You see, if you are making a ritual object, then you don't need to be blessed, because it's already used by the great yogi, so it has a blessing already. So that in the Yeah, okay. So, so that I have to tell you something that is very important to keep this in mind. You see, most people, many people, many students would have read Lamrim, Buddha teachings were given here also, then you have to go, those who have been studying here, no question, see. But even others, you may have read by yourself, I was thinking. And then also there might be many who haven't, maybe who haven't seen Lamrim text, didn't try to get, doesn't know, so they could do like this. But however, before you recite this, must start. First yourself. See, I myself have been experiencing casualty and the health suffering. Health suffering. The eight major hotel suffering. Nyawa Yangsu Tingna to Jung Vegetable Tawa Rapto Tawa Nyawa Name. See, and then 6 neighborhoods suffering. Churami, which I mentioned to you, that the lava that's coming from, like Hawaii or many, the lava coming from entering the earth, so hot that even nearby, so hot, you can't go near, you can't go very close. Even stones get melted, so I went to see Hawaii a long time ago. So this I think came from the neighborhood hell. I don't know what the scientific mentioned from how long it came from where. I'm not saying that the scientists knowing the neighborhood hell, no. They just about the measurement, their distance. So this, yes, so water, one liquid, but one is the fire. They are mud, inside there's like, you know, the beach, very long like needle, and then go through the bottom, you born there. So on the ground is salt, lined up, salt also lined up, limitless kind of ground. Then where you put your feet, cut, you revive when you pull up, then we put down the cut until your karma finish. Until your karma finish. I don't know how many so you have to experience until your karma finish. It's just like the human being, their problem, you have some heavy problem, so you have to experience until your karma finishes, all like that. Once you experience the result, then finish. If it didn't get purified before, negative karma, you see. But that means you have to meet dharma, but dharma, then purify. Then you don't meet the dharma. Most of them don't meet. then so many negative karma from beginningless rebirth is not purified. Too many finished experiencing, but so many not purified. Then you see the branches of the salt, like salt, salt, that's go through the body. Shamari Tongbo, then when you're down below, your loved one is on the top, calling you. Goes to attachment, then you try to go up, then all the salt goes through all the leaves, the salt goes through your body. Then while it's so painful, I mean, you can't imagine, can't go up, can't reach up, then at the same time, the eagles, the iron eagles, they take your eyes. Then at the same time, the iron dogs, they eat in the bottom of the legs for your bottom part of your body. Then even finally you reach on top, then your loved one calling you down to the tree. Then all the branches, as you go through your body, as you go down, the duty karma, everything changes up. How about individual karma finish like that? So that kind of 6 like that, 6 neighborhood suffering, and then the ordinary health suffering. Yeah, so like that is true. I think I mentioned, I think this is for the daytime, like celestial mansion, houses, thank God you are surrounded by the goddesses, and so everything is like Deva, Sura, so much sense pleasure, so much sense pleasure, Then when the nighttime, when the sun sets, when the nighttime turns, then everything becomes hell. Then house wanted to fire, everything turned. You become like dog. You become dog, kind of. No, not you become dog. Sorry. So yeah, head is eaten by a dog. The goddesses become dogs. Become dogs, and when nighttime comes, then they eat your head. They totally, one is fire, totally hell. Somewhere. Then morning, when the sun shines, everything changes. Again, goddesses and the celestial men, the unbelievable sun blood, so goes like that. So that's, you see, Kashuri, in past life, daytime kept the precepts like not to kill anybody, sexual misconduct, you see. So daytime able to keep sexual misconduct, able to keep the vows, Papakatayana thing, to the vow from Artha Katayana, to the vow to not have sex in the daytime. So nighttime difficult to keep. So then the comes nighttime, everything on nighttime starts, everything changed. So daytime kept the precepts of the to not have sex. So but then kept the morality, you see. So the result like that, ordinary hell. Then I think, for example, in the rocks, in the rocks, there's no hole, nothing, but inside there's frogs or snakes or different born. but you see, no, nothing, born there so long, and even at Baksa, the monks go to forest to cut the bamboo to use for bed, for many things, walls, and so in the bamboo there's two sides blockage, not I don't know what you call 2 points, what two you know these segment. But even between that, there's so snake like that. Oh, that's also because those are ordinary hell. So and the rocks and the bamboos like that. That's just very surprising because I don't know what the scientists would say, how they explain it. Yeah, the ordinary hell like this. So for example, in Debung, just one, on the Debung, there's a Amitabha statue in Debung, Tongat, and then meaningful to behold. Amitabha statue in Debung Monastery. So the statue, on the broader statue, on the broader statue, you see, when they put there on the side, so where they plant. So there was one big rock, stage on the mountain. There's big rock, so that suddenly crashed. Just nobody there. They just crashed. So inside there's a frog came out inside the rock. So the purpose is that bodhisattva, the Amitabha Buddha statue there is facing the rock. So therefore, where it faces is the effect, you see, benefit to the sentient beings, where it faces. So the rock cracked, and the inside the frog came out. So that ordinary hell, like that, you see, benefited the frog, just Amitabha, the statue facing towards that side. So that story. So there are many like this. I can't believe it. So Katori, you've been experiencing from beginningless rebirth. I'm just giving you some idea, but from beginningless rebirth, not just one time. Beginningless rebirth, not just one time, eons, not just one time, but from beginningless, numberless times. You're born like that yourself, from beginningless rebirth. Suffered. Then Katori as well as Katori. The hunger cost. Then there are 5 general outline. There's 5. Then particular outer obscuration, inner obscuration, food obscuration, like that. Even 10,000 years can't find a spoon of food or drink. Even wetness on the ground you can't find, even for so many thousands years. And you don't die. Come on. Suffer, unbelievable. That is just short, and then details, the Sutra text, Buddha explained, so they can enlightenment teachings and summarize that. Numberless times you have experienced from beginningless rebirth, and there also animal suffering extremely full and being eaten by another one. You eat another one, you get eaten by somebody else. It's all like this. Wherever you are, the enemy is there. I don't know which country is that. There's many eagles, and even the little boys, the eagle can do probably they try to eat that hold in the carry in the sky and then drop it. This is the way of killing. So there on the high mountain. On the high mountain there are white goats, mountain goats. You see, they live on the high mountain. They're unbelievable. It's a mountain. They're like this. I mean, generally you can't figure out how they can walk, how they can go. You can't believe. It's amazing. There's no road, nothing. They're like this. But the mountain goats, they're able to go with the karma. They're able to walk, go like this. Can't imagine the karma. So anyway, it's the very high mountain, the wild, mountain goats, and then these eagles come. They can't mountain goat big, so they can't lift up. With the heavy. So what they do, they push the mountain goat. Because it was so high eclipse, So they push the mountain goat, push them, then they fall down. When it's stories, Baba. Wow, I don't know, 20, 30, many cliffs, they fall down. Then when they drop to the ground, of course, maybe not completely dead, but could not walk. So the eagle goes down, then maybe takes the eyes, probably takes the eyes first. I'm sure they know how to do animals, but they're so expert how to do can imagine. So, this is how they get food. So the kachare. Yeah. So the animals, you say you are eating not alive, but you get eaten by. At the same time, you get eaten by another animal, another enemy. You see. Like that in the oceans, in the ground, wherever you are, the enemy is there. You come up, wherever in the corner of the water, or the ocean, or lake, or whatever. All the majority it's like that. Did you come up? Because that is hot and cold, and on top of that, the human beings kill. Not only animals, but the human beings kill for their food. The billions and zillions a day, chickens killed by human beings in the world. And how many hotels there? In the world. Then how many chickens, how many billions, zillions chickens get killed, pigs get killed, chickens, fish, can't imagine. Wow. That, of course, if they can speak, if they can speak speak out what they think, they can unite it so they can demonstrate, They can demonstrate that, what people do, but they can't. Then it's totally in the power of the human body, the power of the human being. So so your being vegetarian helps. It helps to not kill them. It helps to not kill many fish. You see, by you many fishing, worms. One person ate many worms in the plate. So that kind of things are many shrimps. Living shrimp as a live, then you kill the kind of things. And then I think it's vegetarian, to be vegetarian is good. So if in that case, generally, of course, one person being vegetarian wouldn't make less. The animals get killed in the city or the village or city become less. It doesn't happen. So, but that does become, one person eating meat does become very small kind of condition for killing animal, becomes a very small condition. But especially if you are eating a lot of shrimps and they have to kill a lot of fish, a lot of small fish, what they have to kill for you, and then so you order shrimps, a lot of worms, and then to become vegetarian. So liberates them from killing. Liberates you and liberates them too. You from negative karma, heavy negative karma. Then you see, you to not be born as the worms and get killed for because you kill one time one worm, then you will be born as worms, and you get killed by those whom you killed. Then they killed you by killing one. Then you have to experience. You have to be killed by others. You get killed by others 500 lifetimes just by killing one. This is a human being, not talking about rebirth in the Lord. This is beside that. Human being. Then you have to, then creating results, and of course you kill them again. So many lifetimes. So then you have to suffer in the hell realm for 1 eon. One text said that you suffer in 1 eon in the hell realm if you kill one sentient being. So then beside possess result. So anyway, in the human realm, so people, so sentient beings do not notice. They don't see the karma. Oh, that's so ignorant, so much, so heavy mountains of ignorance, skies with ignorance, skies with ignorance. Lama cannot see at all, cannot see. Mind is blocked with ignorance, cannot see. Then they will see, without knowing, without fear. Then the other animals, or the worms, or the fish, or they're using like a plant. They kill up. They use like plant, like grass or whatever. They don't know how much they have to suffer in the future lives. They have no idea. All like that. They cannot see, they will go through. By killing one, You know, they will go to the suffering before results, suffering, they have to suffer unbelievable all the time, back in one. Then there's so many in one life. So, therefore, you know, yesterday I did the London Jamia Center. I had been 30 years. Huh? How many? 40 years, yeah. So they invited me, but they could not go. So the celebration, so I was telling them yesterday, just one of the examples, one of the practical examples. So weekend, you do the weekend course, the center, and then weekend course, they need people, very need people, because Buddhism is differentiated by other religion and great compassion to numberless sentient beings, every sentient being. Because that's why you benefit sentient beings. If not, should not benefit. Rather, should not harm. Shouldn't harm. Shouldn't harm the sentient beings. So you see, and then you see basic things that should not harm sentient beings. So important basic things to not harm others. Otherwise, you are harming others, harming yourself. First harming yourself. Unbelievable lifetime, so long, unbelievable lifetime, you have to suffer. You harm yourself. That is the causing to harm yourself. Then of course, stop giving harm is the first concerning your own happiness. That's the best thing for your own happiness. Then, of course, especially thinking the happiness of numberless sentient beings. Numberless sentient beings. Then to not harm others. All that from the heart, not thinking only your happiness, but you just want nothing. But others, numberless. It's really the numberless, but you do not harm. Then on top of that, then benefit. So like that, you see. So I was telling you, even you do weekend course, people who come, then even they don't do prayer, mantras, they don't do prayers, devoting things, even they don't do, but at least since from that time, they don't walk over this, step over the ants. They don't step over the ants without, like stone, like grass. Walk over the ants. Or you go to fishing. You only have a little time. You go fishing. It's enjoyment. Doesn't mean you're hungry, but So you stop fishing. What a benefit, what a benefit, all those fish, you see, are going to be catched by that person, then they don't suffer. They're saved. Their lives, they're liberated, saved. Can you imagine? Wow. So they can say, what a liberation. What a causing long life to others, then that's the best cause to long life to you. So all like that, you see, karma works like that. So don't step over the ants, don't kill. Fishing, then you stop fishing. But if you don't do certain things, that's so practical, so good to see that advantage, benefit in life in human beings. So that's I was mentioned that came from the center by organized by I mean I didn't mention the creating center, but by establishing center like ABC. There is establishing jamming center. So much benefit to people. So much benefit. So much understanding. Develop compassion, develop wisdom. All that, you see. Then beware, because Mahayana teaching, so essence that everybody do the meditation, do the study dharma, they start they listen, reflect meditation with the bodhisattva. So they have the numberless tablets, numberless angkors, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless sura beings, asura beings, can you imagine? Not one ant left out. No, there's no one ant. You didn't think, no. There's no one ant missed or left out. There's no one person left out. No. You see, you understand? Oh, that's the benefit of the center. Like that, see the Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, like that, you see, that's benefit of jamming center, I was saying them. So same thing, the ABC, similar. That's came from a director, teacher, resident teacher, director, the secretary, manager, all the people who wanted to walk in the camera. All that came from, it all came from them. The benefit was numberless sentient beings. So much benefit what each people come to the central and dharma. You see whatever they did do with what they did out there. Benefit of numberless sentient beings. So that to bring to enlightenment, to not only to free samsara, but to reach enlightenment, so they come from each person, they come from the center. So they come from each of you who are from the center. Because what the director, the director, all the people, all the secretary, all the things who are from the center, who are anybody who have the bodhisattva mind to exit the center, you see? I came from them. You have to know that. Then now you can feel unbelievable happiness in your life. You can rejoice. Like that, you see? Happiness, numberless sentiments, temporary, ultimate happiness, so they have to enlightenment. You should think like that. Everybody can rejoice. You understand? That. Say, okay. Because 내가 주는 게는 저거서. 저래. 아야. So I can mumble haba. So the human beings, those animals with the human beings, and then torture, unbelievable torture. So God let that you see. So I've been experiencing not one time. So you see, when we watch TV, how much suffering you see, the human beings, the animals, or you see, then show the helplings and the hungry ghosts that people, majority people can't see. So animals, baby animals, they show that. So when you look at suffering of sentient, suffering of other sentient beings in the TV or cultural news or whatever, we should think immediately, I have been like that. I have been suffering like that numberless times. Not just one time, numberless times from the beginningless rebirth. Immediately you relate to yourself. Like that, you see. Then you watching TV. You see, then what comes? Then conclusion, what comes is to practice dharma, to abandon negative karma. How many others negative karma to abandon? To practice good karma. You see, all like that. Instead of harming, causing others long life. So ABC. Now, how many animals liberated?
230 million.
200 million and 30 million. There's a friend of ABC monk in Thailand. What's his name? Hatopasi. Hatopasi liberated, I think 2 times, liberating fish. One type of fish that doesn't eat meat. One type of fish, this was not eating meat, not killing animal, I think it said. So he only liberate this fish. But then he has many cows and dogs, all that. I haven't seen so many. He liberated 8 million fish. So Taiwanese government thought maybe something wrong with his mind. So they went, they checked him. He's okay. So I think he didn't find any mistakes. There's a many. So, but I think maybe not more than ABC. I doubt. But it was a long time ago that I went 2 times. The beach, so gave teaching to the people. So he helped very much to Serache College before. Now I think he didn't go a long time, but before. And then I think maybe he does Karmapa. He doesn't do his own aspect, maybe because he go to China. So I think maybe. Anyway, so so the instead of then stealing, then charity, making charity to others. You see, yes. Then even at least Tonglen, even at least it's charity. It's in the morning motivation that I told everybody to practice. So there, you see, you begin with the giving your body to wish by visualizing which grand body, which grand jewel, in the shape of which grand jewel. Numberless, fill the whole sky, then charity to numberless, charity to every sentient, each sentient being, you reach the numberless body, fill the whole sky, then change it to every helping, every hunger, every animal, every human being, every asura, every sentient being, every intermediate being. Or then you give your wild enjoyment to say long term. Money in bank, if you have money in bank, however, all the enjoyments, how many hats you have, how many shoes, 1 year, different to wear different seasons, and inside wear shoes, the bathroom wear shoes, and shoes outside, shoes in the party. So much easy. So enjoyment to every sentient being. Numberless helping, numberless hunger, numberless, then all your teachers, past, present, which all your teachers are married. Give it to them. So they got everything what they want, whatever they want. They got everything whatever they want. Every helping, every hunger, every healing, they got everything whatever they want. Then they received, then not only that, they received what they need and perfect rebirth. Everyone received perfect rebirth. Then they meet mind teaching, and then they received, because we met perfect guide, guru, revealing the understanding path to enlightenment. Then you see, they hear teachings and they receive all the realizations. You see, from a good character falling by to friend up to omniscience, so then the Kazuri, then they achieved Kazuri. Complete merit of wisdom, merit of virtue. Then they achieved dharma kaya, they achieved enlightenment. Every sentient being achieved enlightenment. All like that, you see, complete. All this souls, then it's incredible satisfying practice. Incredible, you satisfy your mind. The best. So, anyway, so they see, it is planned there in the morning motivation. There, I tell everybody to do the morning. First thing when you wake up, that one is there. So now I thought people who don't know, many may not know properly, because they're here the old. I mean, here normally coming to the center, we must know that. But so that's if you want. If you if you're doing similar with the like Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, that's okay. Like. If you're trying to call Guru from far, there's Papanga, that's okay. But otherwise, it's this, what I said to do when you wake up. After you wake up, then you do this. So I say, this is like kaka life, you know? Kaka life to become gold life. Because you are changing your mind, transforming your mind. From the Kathori attachment to this life and from the attachment to the future samsara into renunciation, then you are substituting or changing into the selfish mind, changing from that into bodhicitta, and then your ignorance. You see, the ignorance holding the eyes real, what is not, what exists in them. So that you see, into the wisdom. Seeing it so empty now to exist in mere name. So they all like that. You see, they cover. So everything becomes a cause of enlightenment. So in that way, then you see, mind living the bodhicitta. So everything what you do with the body, spirit, mind, everything becomes cause of enlightenment. Everything that eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, not only meditating, but even going to toilet, you know, yeah, when that dream of the sentient beings, yeah, I explained to you. You see, when you have bodhisattva realization, then every single movement, what you do is for sentient. Only for the happiness of sentient beings, you do for them to achieve enlightenment. But you see, now you don't have realization bodhisattva, then you see with each action you try to think. For example, when you make pee-pee, because all the sentient things, the delusion, the cause of suffering come out, all like that, you see. All the negative karma obscuration come out, all like that. So all the sentient things, the same thing, whatever something you throw from the mouth, and everything you can do that. And so everything you related to sentient things, or benefiting sentient things. What are this? What they put into the attitude, what they say that, then you need to practice that. Then in this way, so many becomes dedicated, so many all your actions dedicated for certain things, all of this. So, that's it. Then, numberless times, then experience human being suffering, it's the suffering about old age, and death, and the meeting that separated from the dharma, the satisfaction, even how many times you found, but couldn't get satisfaction now. You know, from beginning, but up to now you can get satisfaction. And then 3 times the suffering aggregate, then the suffering pain, suffering change, all this temporal something pleasure, suffering change, what happens? Then the pervasive compound suffering power, the truth of the suffering then in not just one time, you experience numberless times from beginners, but he may be. And then asura being suffering, asura being suffering, fighting between the asuras, and all the time war between them. Asuras attached the asuras world, the vibration, world. That's so, yeah, the suras, and then that's another suffering, but near 5 near signs of death, and 5 longer signs of death, 5 near signs of death. They see from where they came from past life, then they can see due to karma, they can see where they're going to be reborn in hell or hunger goes, animal or human being, but lower. It's a lower. So much suffering, and they say, even they're going to be born as a human being, the wealthiest country, wealthiest family, but they go comparing them to extremely poor, so much suffering, but then they know what they are now, so the kapsum basu. So what is that? The 3 types of things that they do the karma, they can see. So that the concern so difficult to generate renunciation, to practice dharma, no way that. Then no way to practice the comparison. So difficult, bodhisattva, so that way, sura, desirable sura. So the no numberless times you experience from beginningless rebirth. For this past, I'm just talking past. Oh, from beginningless, well, numberless times from beginningless life, from beginningless samsara life. you have been going through, but don't remember. So you stay comfortable, kind of, because you don't remember. So kind of like nothing wrong, or nothing wrong with you, some kind of that. But the suffering, in reality, then again, if you don't, so you see, if you don't practice dharma, if you don't learn dharma, don't practice dharma, then again you experience numberless times the six-realm suffering, again numberless times, without end again. Without end. First, before the Sangye Chudang Tsokisana, you must think first that. That makes sense. That becomes so important, taking refuge. Not just that. No, that's just like playing recorder, playing tape recorder, or the parrots that recite, so sorry. Sorry. So like that, you see, first think of yourself, Lama. First fear from beginningless rebirth. 10 seconds, numberless. So you see now, you only think that each second, because human life, not sure how many years, how many months, how many weeks we have, how many days we have, how many hours we have, how many minutes we have, how many seconds we have, not sure. Death can have any time. Death can have any time. You don't know. Any time. Recently, one lady, that's the director of the center, Rinpoche center, I think. Yeah. I was told that she, Karen, working. I think must be good lady, I think. And so working nothing, but she came, sit down, check. Oh, that's that. So Kapon Tudun, he was painting the mask. Kapon was the mask. He was painting third store. He was painting. Then while he was painting, holding brush, mask here, mask here. Then no pain, nothing, passed away while he was painting, and just gone. So that I was there. Kishini was there. We went up there to pray on third store, in the Kapon. Oh, that is so. Many people like that. Oh, like that. You see. That I think, no sickness. I mean, no, really, for years. Usually, people they're sick for years, and then worse die. Kind of that. Many of these. But then there are other people who know sickness, nothing. They just pass away. So that anytime can happen. Anytime. That's the most important thing to remember, you to be aware all the time. Or do you ordained person, or do you ordained person thing? This is not for lay people. No, this is for everybody. Even you don't believe, even you are non-believer, you don't believe reincarnation karma, still you have to think this. The education, this All this very important education, mindfulness. And this way, then, when you die, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer, separated from the family, from the enjoyment, from your body. Or then you say, because your mind is well trained, you know, so don't have that much worry on you will die. Or then of course the next one is about the next life. That's not the subject. You see, so so many people intellectually don't believe reincarnation, karma, but then you see when you die, you feel from your heart. So many people like that. Even intellectually, don't believe that, but your heart comes up that something very heavy things going to happen to me. Comes. People told me like that. So so think that you first yourself from beginningless, but suffered the physical suffering from beginningless, and then again endless suffering. So, then after that you see, coming to the end, motivation and the teaching the next time. You see, you have to remember, you have to remember, not thick skull. You have to remember, you have to remind, you have to see your own situation. So even each second, you see, by taking this, even each second, you dare not to be lazy. You dare not to be lazy. And then not practicing dharma. Even each second, for example. Like that. Because you never know when you die, don't die. Like that. You see, tonight you go to bed, tomorrow morning, dead. Tomorrow morning is body corpse. It's very, very possible. So many people die in sleep. You see, and they cannot get up next day. So it's possible like that. So we never know. Then think you see, now this is all yours. Now this. Then you see, go to Buddhism, rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha. You see, rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha. That's it. Hinayana refuge. I see yourself. Sorry. Fear. I say useful fear. You're being with your own being yourself, suffering samsara, thinking your own samsara. So, useful fear. And then, Buddha Dharma Sangha has quality, power to save me. They know all the quality. You must know all the quality Buddha Dharma Sangha has. So that's why you need to learn Buddhism. So otherwise, it's just what people do, you do, but you have no logical understanding. So that I gave an example, the story in Malaysia. You see, the family wife is dead. All that's can happen. And then all of that, you see, so casualty. Then the next one is then numberless helping hungry animals, human beings, elements. Now the next one, numberless energy, then to free from oceans of samsara, or each one, each realm. Now numberless in realm. Before just you, just only yourself, nothing. But now, like that, numberless in each realm. How important, each one is so important as reading is important. Another thing, each one important too. You know, from beginners to birth, until now suffer numberless strength, and I can endless. So totally learn Buddha Dharma Sangha, okay? Oh, that's the mind refuge. Your own being the samsara, pure, useful fear, the thing your own samsara. Then the Buddha Dharma Sangha has a power quality to save you. You see, by knowing well, then you know they guide you. You know with the doubt, no need doubt. With the doubt, then doubt. Just this is imitation what people read. It's more like a monkey. That's the imitation, you know. What the family, what the parents do. That's the kind of response to that. So then they all like this. Then it is said in the refuge. Probably it could be the mind refuge, but then you see with compassion. So the usual fear of the others suffering samsara, then with the Dharma Sangha has the power or quality to liberate. The third one is compassion. The mind, the refuge, then third one is compassion to the center. No, then rely on, as I said, then the rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha. On that mental factor is the mind, the refuge. On the previous one, mental factor, the visual fear and the having faith, Buddha Dharma Sangha power. You say Buddha Sangha, how they guide you? Or if you learn how they guide you, you have to know logically. So then you say, the mental power, the rely on Buddha Dharma Sangha, that mental factor is in another refuge. The first and the second order. Or then, Sonam Suchi, not on down, not the chung. Sorry, I think this these elaborate benefits of the Buddha's quality, Buddha's quality actually. 70 prayers, that one, I don't know what to. Japsong Sonam Sujana, going for refuge. If it is manifested in the, if it's manifested the merits you collect by taking refuge, merits or you collect, if it is manifested, if it took form, then if the 3,000 glasses small doesn't fit, it's the merit you collect by taking refuge. The 100,000 universes. Then like that 1,000, 1,000, 2,000. Then like that, under the 1,000, all that 3,000 universe. And, even that much is so small. Do not fit the merit by taking, you collect by taking the refuge. Dabdang Sonam Sujina, don't they are not the Zoom. The oceans, this world ocean, so pull means these two hands. You see, you count from the ocean, you count like this. You can never, you never finish. So you can never finish. You see, by taking the water from the ocean with the two hands like this, putting outside, they can finish. All like that. All the merit you collect by taking refuge will never finish. The example. Like that, you see. Okay, so now the next one. So the next one, this is the motivation for the next year. Motivation for next year. So now, see, what I do is this. Due to all the past, present, future merit, past means past from beginning, but now and the future, all the merits collected by me, and then future merits, past, all the past, present, future merits collected by numberless sentient. Every sentient numberless. Then future merits are collected by numberless Buddha. So you see, we put it all together. So normally I say, if you collect $1 from each person, it's small. But if you collect from 1 million people, then you got $1 million. So you can do big project which costs $1 million. So similar $1 billion, you see. So similar that so you collect all your merits, collect from beginners. And then numberless sentiments merit from beginners and in the future, then numberless Buddhas take time. So all these merits, due to all these merits, I mean, you see, he's always often brings here emptiness, the mindfulness and emptiness, the I who does practice dharma, the text refuge or Buddhism, that exists in mere name. So feeling mindfulness in that. So you could do that even also refuge, not only bodhisattva. So you see, dollar pinch. So in order to benefit sentiment, in order to benefit for sentiments. So you put all the merits of that, then in order to benefit all the sentiments. So I explain two things. Benefit first, the benefit to free them from oceans of to free them from oceans of samsara suffering. The 6 realms, no oceans of samsara, oceans of suffering. To free them, first benefit. The second one is to bring them to enlightenment by yourself. That's the second benefit is. You see, and dollar, I think last time I explained, dollar means through the tongues of migratory beings. Penches, dollar, the being under the control of delusion karma. We see is the mother sentient beings, mother sentient beings, being under the control of delusion karma, then transmigrating in either one of the six realms, or from beginningless rebirth, again endless. You see, so so you liberate from that. The first benefit. Dollar pensions, to benefit of transmigration means you liberate them from that. See, I've been suffering one of the six realms from beginningless rebirth. Again, endless. So liberate them from there. Can you imagine? Numberless, not just one. First benefit. Then second benefit, bring them to enlightenment, bring them to Buddhahood by yourself. Dollar pinchers, all that benefit is that. Dollar pinchers, Sangye, for that, to be able to do that, Sangye towards us, may I achieve the enlightenment, may I achieve Buddhahood. Then, total cessation of the mistakes of mind, and total, the complete realization, Sangye, so, total cessation of the mistakes of mind and the completion of the realization of the Sangye. May I achieve this and learn Sangye direction. All that. So this so becomes so rich, so then I told in the past, last year or roughly. But anyway, so I mentioned this and stop here. So in the Nagarjuna said in the Chandra Samhita, the commentary of Bodhicitta, Nagarjuna mentioned. But also Lama Atisha mentioned because Sangye Shinam Mikange, Rijin Tunji Kanchede, Jiten Gona Puawe, Kange Tamo Dajide, Chanju Tuni Simjana, Chabatani Jebra Pak, Telatani Majiso. Please don't forget this. Please don't forget this. Remember this. Put in our daily life practice. Okay. So kange cheme dhaneji sangye shina migang kange cheme dhaneji sangye shina ore migang rinje dunyi kanji. Then you see kange jeme tanya jimisa Buddha's field. How many? Equaling the number of the 7 grains of river Ganga. River Ganga is very long, wide. So Buddha's field equaling the number of the 7 grains of river Ganga. Then fill up all those fields, Buddha's field, with the 7 types of jewels. Oh, that's including diamond and all that jewels. Then offering to the Jigdem Gun, the savior of the world. That savior of samsara, you can say that. Then somebody, the competition, so then by offering to the Buddhas, savior of the samsara, they offering poor where kange dharma jaje de chanju de same. Somebody put two palms together. Kange dharma jaje de chanju de same jana. If generally bodhisattva, same jana chabat de chaparpa. So offering this, then this offering. If it's general bodhisattva, or then may achieving large 100% and being ordered. Chabatin, Chaprava, or this offering is extraordinary. Chabatin, Chaprava, Kasore, Chaprava, in exile. Chabatin, Chaprava. Exalted, yeah. This offering is more exalted. Chabatin and Chaprapa. Oh, putting palms together, may achieving enlightenment for the benefit of sentient people. Oh, thinking it from the heart. Chabatin and Chaprapa. This offering is exalted. Tell a tiny much resource. There's no end for this merit. You know, like merit explain. There's no end. There's no end to finish the merit you call it bodhicitta. The tiny much so. So I think scarce merit or more than scarce merit. Or tell that tiny much so. There's no end. If Buddha explained the merits, they cannot finish. Oh, you have to remember that. Remember that. Oh, okay. So that's the motivation. Then they get to after planning the Kazore to take the Lama Chapa teaching. So this is motivation for the next year. Okay, thank you very much. Ah. Where? Hello. Another one. Ah.
There will be a 15-minute break now. There will be a 15-minute break, after which we will continue with the long life puja. Yes. The long life pujas will start at 9:30 p.m. Right? Long life puja will resume at 9:30 p.m. Thank you.
The two man. Ah. Ore. Ah. Good. Here. Oh, not that.